Brooke here from Clear Creek Farm. I'm back, and today I am doing a 10 things most essential for your medicine cabinet in the barn. So today I'm going to talk about the medications that you will most likely use on a daily to a weekly basis. This is a very short list. I could make this list 50 things long easily, and this is nowhere near the amount of stuff that we have in our medicine tote. But if you're just getting started, this is a good base as to what you're gonna need and what you're gonna want. Because let's be honest here, medications can get expensive after a while. Nothing on this table is a vet script. You can easily do some vet scripts on this because it might be more affordable to buy it through your vet rather than the farm store. But I didn't put anything out here that is absolute necessity as a vet script. A lot of things can be a vet script. You just have to decide what you want. So none of this stuff is vet script, but I will talk about things that you can get vet script that you might need to have in your barn. They're just not on this list. This is just a compiled list of the 10 things that you're probably most going to use on a regular daily basis. All right, number one, you're going to want to get yourself some LA200. This is a broad spectrum antibiotic. It treats a lot of different ailments. This is our go-to when we have something that's not super serious. It's really good for treating hoof rot. It's really good for treating abortal diseases. But you do want to treat this. You do want to treat them with this for 5 days. It's 3 cc's for 5 days. All right, number 2 on the list, and I lied earlier when I said that none of this is vet scripted. I forgot about this stuff. This is a vet script. This is an ophthalmic cream. It's an eye cream, antibiotic eye cream with dexamethasone in it. It works awesome for treating pink eye, or if your goat cut its eye or has an eye abrasion or something. This stuff is amazing. I love it. We're not caught without this stuff. Number 3 is new stock. This is just a topical cream that's got sulfa in it. Sulfur is 73%, pine oil is 2%, and mineral oil is 25%. And it's really good for treating cuts, scrapes. We've used it to treat mites, and it really gets the hair to regrow back. My oldest daughter has treated her starter calves for ringworm with this stuff, and it cleared it up within a week. So this is a really good product to have on hand. Another really good product to have, this is a vitamin B complex. I prefer thiamine, but if you don't want to go to your vet to get a prescription, you can use B complex, because thiamine is a vet script. This is not. You can get this at your local farm store. It's just not as potent as thiamine. Thiamine works a lot faster than this. For this, I usually do 6 cc's every other day for a duration of I usually do give them 2 doses of this. All right, number 5 is CD&T. This is Cavalry 9, and this is just the empty box. I left the serum in the refrigerator because CD&T is very temperature sensitive. So I just brought out the box to show you. The CD&T treats Clostridium along with tetanus. So this is something that you're going to want to give your new kids 2 doses of this, and then everybody else an annual dosage of the CD&T. So make sure that you have this on hand. It's definitely worth the expense because Clostridium is nothing to mess around with. And number 6 is the Sustained 3 bolus. If we have an animal or goat with bad scours, we will crush up one of these boluses in the blender with a little bit of water. I mean, obviously you're not going to shove this down your goat's throat. So you're going to want a blender for this, and you mix it with a little bit of water, and you put it in a drench gun, and you drench them with it, and it usually clears diarrhea up overnight. So we're never caught without a box of this in our tack room. Number 7, might as well talk about this now, as I just mentioned, a drench gun. This one is old and nasty, so we have to get a new one, but this is a drench gun. You basically just unscrew this part here, if I can get it undone. Just unscrew that here, put your stuff inside of it, screw this back on. So this is a drench gun, it's about 30 cc's. You just stick this in the corner of their mouth, down their gullet, and you just drench them with whatever you're trying to get into them. And then that leads me to number 8, which is needles and syringes. I also like to use these as a drench gun. I actually prefer this over the actual drench gun. This is a 60 cc syringe. I'll go ahead and open it up for you. This is what it looks like. I usually just stick whatever I need in a cup, jaw it up. Well, I don't take it out. Jaw it up, put it in their mouth, and then shoot it in. To me, this is a little easier than the drench gun. I'm sure a lot of people will disagree with me, but my personal preference is a 60 cc syringe. Make sure that you also get different size syringes. These happen to be 3 cc's. We like to get the 6 cc's and the 12 cc syringes, so we always have all those on hand. And then we also, from our vet, order these little 1 cc syringes. They're basically a diabetic syringe. They will order a box of these, and we use these on young kids because this is perfect size for them. The needles are perfect size, so I always have those on hand. Here we have needles. These are 18 gauges. To use these on older does and the bucks, and then usually yearlings to, mid-sized does will use the 20 cc's because it's slightly smaller. Although some medications are thicker and they won't draw up in the 20 cc, so you have to use 18 anyway. So always make sure that you have a good supply of syringes and needles on hand because you don't want to not have them and need them. So just make sure that you grab a good supply of those when you visit the farm store, like 2 boxes of each. Here we have number 8, which is vet wrap. Yeah, obviously you can get this at your farm store. This is really good for treating if you have a cut or something, or if you have a hoof abscess and you treat it, and then you can wrap it to keep all the dirt and stuff out of it. This is really good stuff for that. Number 9 is hydrogen peroxide. I was going to include iodine in this, but unfortunately I don't have any right now. I have some, but I have a little bit left, and it's in a squirt bottle. It's not in the actual container it came in, but get hydrogen peroxide and get iodine for treating wounds. These are really, really good products to have in your barn. And then number 10, the last one, is dewormer. We use Cydectin. We get ours through the vet, although you can get this stuff at the farm store. We just prefer to get it through our vet because we know where it's coming from. But this is probably the best wormer we found. We used to use Ivomec, but it wasn't quite efficient anymore. It wasn't doing the job, so we switched to Cydectin. We talked to our vet first about it, and then he suggested Cydectin, so that we switched, and we've seen really good results with the Cydectin. I thank you guys for watching the 10 most needed medications in your box. Like I said, this is just the tip of the iceberg right here. I could add so many more stuff. I mean, I could add Draxin, which we use a lot. I could use Banamine, which I really suggest not being without in your barn, but that's a vet script. I tried to keep as much vet script stuff out of this as possible because I know a lot of newbies don't really have the relationship with the vet yet. Although in previous videos I've suggested that. Make sure you get a good relationship with the vet because you're gonna need one for stuff like this. So just make sure that you have a good relationship with your vet and you talk to them about this stuff, because this is minimum stuff that you're going to need if you're going to have a successful and productive goat herd. Again, thank you guys for watching the video and have a great week.